it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today we're going to be making a Cricut birthday card featuring the Sweet Treats cartridge, and I'm going to be using my original Cricut expressions. Okay, so the first thing that I've got is I've taken a lovely turquoise piece of cardstock and I've cut it to be an American A2 card size, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and so therefore you cut it at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and then score and fold. And then for the inside I've got this fabulous Cupcake paper. Now this is actually a wrapping paper, but it's a really nice finish to it. So first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to this piece on the inside, but I think it's just such a nice pattern paper that it just seems a shame not to put some on the inside as well. Now this was a tag that came in the little wrapping paper, so I've just chopped the top off and I'm going to put that there just so that the person who's sending the card can actually write onto that, that would be fun to use. So there we go. And now for the front, I have got a piece of pink K & Company paper. It's just from one of their big annual collections from a few years back. I couldn't tell you which one, and I suspect that in any event it's out of stock now. It's just a random piece of paper that I thought that was in my stash basically. So I'm going to pop that down, and again we've just got a small border around the edge here of the blue. It's just a tiny bit, and then I've got this gorgeous sort of holographic blue cardstock that matches perfectly with the blue of our background card, and then obviously I've cut a piece of the Cupcake paper as well. So the first thing I want to do before I stick that down is I want to punch my little holographic piece here, and then we can cut that down a bit more as well. So just roughly centralizing it, because you want kind of the pattern to finish rough about even. And then you're going to move that over, and you can see there are the matching marks on the wings here, so you just want to match those up with the holes that you've already created, and then punch again and you'll go a nice continuous border. There we go. So that's our border, isn't that gorgeous? So then I'm just going to take some tape and put it along there, and then pop my Cupcake paper right up to the edge so that we've got our lovely border all holographic. And then there we go. That look cool. So let's go on over to our Cricut. So we have got Sweet Treats. So I'm going to pop that down, and then I'm going to put the cartridge in. Make sure you put the cartridge in prior to switching the machine on, and then pop your machine on. I'm just going to scoot that back a bit. Okay, so the one that we're going to be doing today is on page 24. So I've put the paper or card onto my mat ready, because you can layer up your papers all onto the one mat if you want, if you're able to. So what I've got here is I'm going to be needing to do this image, this image, this image, and this image. So basically the main key and its shift, and then its function key layers is called, and so that one, and also its shift. So that's all I need, so 4 layers. However, you'll notice that there's only 3 pieces of card. That's because I'm going to be doing 2 of the layers on that pink. So let's load our mat. Okay, so I want to turn my blade to maximum I want to turn my pressure to max, and the speed can be also at max. It's a pretty simple cut. And then what I want to do is do my sizing. I had a look at the card. I kind of measured the space. You want to measure the height. If you look here, if I did a 4-inch cupcake, that's pretty tall, and it's almost the same width as well. When you look at the cupcake, it's almost square, a little bit taller than it is wide, but not a lot. So I was looking at that and thinking that maybe a 3-inch cupcake would work beautifully. So let's go for that. If it's not right, well, it's a piece of card, it's not the end of the world. So your sizing, you can't probably see it, but it's noted there, and you want to turn this wheel here to adjust your size. So down to 3-inch, and then we need to find the cupcake, which is the first one. So you wait for it to come up. It says cupcake 1, it says cupcake 1, so we know that's correct, and also the image. So we're going to hit cut. Okay, so there's that one. And then we want to go across to our pink piece over here. So just use the arrow keys to take yourself over. Whoops, I think that will be fine. And for the pink piece, I want to do the shift button, because it's the main key but shifted, because I want that upper layer. Basically any layers that are in the upper part of your images here, they are done on the shift key. So we want shift cupcake. Don't touch the sizing. When we're sure it's come up, then press cut. And then I also want to do the little icing thing there. So that's the layers function button. So we're going to press that. Then we're going to pick shift and our image. Okay, so there's that bit. Now, because the next piece of card is right down there, I'm going to hit on line return, because it's much quicker to take it down, and it's pretty much taken it to the right place. And then for this lovely shiny piece, I want to do the layers function key, so we'll keep that on, but it's just the cupcake, no shift. Wait for it to come up. You can see there, although can you see there just about that it's the right thing? So then I hit cut and then unload paper. So I'll take these off the mat and we'll come back over to the table. Okay, so there's all our pieces off the mat, and they cut absolutely beautifully, so I was really pleased about that. I do find that the American Crafts cardstock, which is this, always cuts really, really well in my Cricut machines. So always would recommend that to you for that purpose. So, by the way, if you were doing your cupcake top and the holes in the same colour, you wouldn't need to cut this second piece. However, I wanted that to make it look like the cupcake wrapper was separate to the back part there. So first of all, let's stick these together. So I need some adhesive. So I'm just using a bit of wet glue, but you could use spray adhesive, you could use any type that you wanted really. I probably wouldn't use your tape pens, but you could do on some of these bigger pieces if you wanted. But I would just be cautious on some of these other bits, because you might not get good adhesion on all of the elements. Also with the wet adhesive, I need to be just a little bit cautious that it doesn't go onto this lovely shiny surface, because it does smudge that up. The other advantage, of course, of having a wet adhesive is that it does give you a bit of wriggle room to get pieces into place. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that with on the cupcake wrappers. I think that was so cool. So then just a bit more adhesive on the back of this bit. and quite a nice simple card to do. And then the final element, just want to make sure which way around that goes. So it goes like that. So we want to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of our swirl here, a little icing swirl. By the way, there are little cut marks on your cut here that show you where to put the swirls. And I've got these lovely little bouillon beads, little seed beads, even tinier than seed beads, and I thought they would be fun just to add to our top of our cake here, just as a little bit of extra icing. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue kind of around the inside of the swirl here, and then sprinkle the beads. Over the glue, and that gives us that gorgeous little just addition. So while that's drying, I want to stamp on my card here the sentiment, and I've got these my pink stamper Sweetest Cupcakes, and I'm going to stamp life short, eat cupcakes first. So I want to pop that over that side, not too much into the corner because I do want to put a ribbon there. So maybe if I put that on first I can get a better idea. That's a plan, isn't it? So I'm just going to do a knot here. I don't want to do a big bow or anything. I think it'll almost look like a bow actually anyway, so like so. And then just getting my scissors. There we go. And I think now I can see that that will look just great down in that corner there. Now you want to press enough that it stamps, but you don't want to press so hard that it smushes your sentiment so it's squishy. So then I want to put foam on the back of my cupcake here. I'm just going to be careful because I suspect that's still a bit wet. Okay, and then I want to be sure that this is going to stick down when I put it onto my card and stay stuck, so I'm going to put some of my Cosmic Shimmer on the back of the foam as well. And then I'm going to pop that smack bang in the middle so we can still see my cupcakes. Like so. I hope you have enjoyed making this cute little card, and I hope you like the finished result. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go across to the blog post to see more information on the products used, and also of course loads of photos of the finished card. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.
You are the icing on my cake. You are the smile I can't replace. You are the way you smile, the way you lie.